How's it going, guys? It's Elam here with another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a side view mirror for your bike. So it's just an accessory that you can have on your bike that honestly I would like to be able to like kind of see backwards, like cars and trucks and even motorcycles have side mirrors and they're very useful to see something behind you. So like it's very good, like for example, if you're riding on the road and maybe another biker comes up behind you and you don't notice, it's good to have a side view mirror at least to tell that they're behind you before they cross you. So it can help you stay safe in a ways, and if you want a better view of behind, now you can do it with this craft. So let's get started. What you need are 4 rubber bands used for attachment later. I used just a ruler or something. This is a protractor. It doesn't really matter what type of ruler you use, just some sort of measuring tool that measures in inches. Some tape. I didn't have any electrical tape on me. I really would have liked to use it, but I'm just going to use this packing tape for now. Obviously, a mirror. This is just your typical conventional hand mirror, you know. It has to have a handle because that's just how we're attaching it to the bike. Something to cut with, a knife. You're going to need a knife to cut this actually, and a pencil to mark, and then this big thing right here, styrofoam cooler. You saw those markings really quickly. I'll show you those in a moment, but that's basically the stuff you'll need. You also need some scissors because I cut out this circle here for it to be able to fit on the bike. You'll see why this is useful later. So these are the main materials you need to have. So let's get started. Now that I've cut out the 2 squares here, what I'm going to do is, since I want to be as accurate as I can with these holes, it was a bit hard to be accurate with the squares. As I showed before, I cut out a circle shape of the handlebars right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tool right here. You can use a soldering iron or a wood burning tool or something. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the outline of this circle on the piece of styrofoam, and then I'm going to cut it out real quick. As you can tell, this thing is smoking, so if you're using this, make sure like you have your doors open, your windows open, because this thing smokes, and then it can set off your fire alarm. So just be very careful with that. And if you're a little kid, make sure you don't touch the hot end or have an adult do it for you. Here I have the 2 squares that have holes in them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut them in half, so that way I'm able to put them on the bike, assemble them like 2 halves together on the bike. I'm going to use my burning tool again in order to cut them in half and make sure that the incision is nice and clean. And then after that, I'm going to show you the next steps to building this thing. It's coming together pretty good, so you'll see how it goes. Now that all these are completed, what we have to do is wrap these, the back of these in tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these 2 in tape, and then what I'm going to do with these 2 is wrap the mirror in tape also to make sure that the mirror is there strong. So I'm going to like basically stick this to the mirror like this, and then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to do as cleanly and as neatly as possible, but this is a messy job, just warning you. Here is the finished part of the side mirror. I put a decent amount of tape. You can tell it was roughly put together, but this is the type of thing that you can do at home really quick, really simple, doesn't take you too long. I used the packing tape, as I said before. I wrapped it like 2 or 3 times to make sure that it would stay in place really good, and it doesn't wiggle around too much. And then in order to leave space for the handlebars, I cut with my knife. If you looked at the time lapse carefully, I cut with my knife through the middle, and then I kind of like flatten it out at the edges. So this is what it looks like right here. This is how we're going to be mounting it on. So it's going to mount, if my finger was like the handlebars, it's going to mount like this onto the handlebars, and then those other 2 pieces are going to support it on the other side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tape these 2 pieces, cover them with tape to also provide stability, because I also want this to be waterproof in case if it rains and my bike gets wet. Alright, here we have basically all the pieces you need for this project. I put tape around it again because I wanted it to be durable, water resistant, and withstand the elements, and in extreme cases too. And then here I have this thing attached pretty firmly on to the mirror, and then I have the rubber bands. Rubber bands are going to come into play now when we start attaching it to the bike handlebars, because they'll keep them in place really good. And the good thing about this design is that it can be also removable too. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how it's mounted on the bike and how it would work on the bike. Here we have our finished project. I looped the rubber bands around here so that it looks like this, and then you can open it and close it. You can pull it open and pull it closed. So my handlebars aren't extremely long, so this is going to end up overlapping over my handlebars, but I really don't mind too much because I can deal with it. But if you're uncomfortable with that, you can move this a bit forward. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how I attach this on. I would stretch this out like this and just kind of slide it on. It's a little tough to get in. I got that first part on. I'm gonna try to get the second part on. There we go. But it's really quick installation right there. And then I can move with my handlebars, and then you can tell that I have a side mirror. So now I can tell if people are riding behind me, or if there's cars behind me, or if there's people behind me. Really useful, and it's really simple. You can make with the tools you have, or with things you have at home. Start from cooler rubber bands with the hand mirror. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check out all my other videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Please do subscribe, and hit that notifications bell to keep up with all my latest uploads. If you have any questions at all, comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video again, and thank you guys for all your support. And as always, thank you for watching.